Okay, welcome to the video. You can call me Cluck, and today I'm drawing my headcanons for Technoblade. Like most of the fandom, I'm starving for content, so I've taken to AO3 just to, heal. In that time, I figured I might as well just start jotting down some of the ideas that I've had, because everybody has their own headcanons for how Technoblade's character should look transformed or otherwise if he doesn't, or, you know. So I'm just going to be doing a few of my own personal headcanons for, like, some of his attributes, specifically the tusks, his eye color, and I don't know, just general appearance. Oh, specifically the hands, because I don't know, not the tusk, the hoof hands are cool, but it's like so weird. So I'm doing my own little thing for that. So right now I'm drawing like an angled head after I drew the profile of like where under the mouth I would put slits for the tusks so they could actually like stick out of his jaw. Because if you think about it, like we're just sticking tusks out of his mouth and he would have to forcibly keep his mouth closed to like keep the tusks in, because realistically it'll either pierce through his top lip or it would just be sticking out and you have to keep his mouth closed, and it was weird to me. So I was like, okay, put it through his jaw, like his bottom lip then, and it just looked, I don't know, a lot more satisfying for me to look at. So that's where I was putting it. I like to think of everything in threes, so there's like a regular human version, a semi-transformed version, and a completely just beast mode version. So right now, like, this headcanon is mostly like focusing on the semi-transformed version, so like piggy nose and then like a place where the tusks can stick out of the slits that are under there, so he gets like a bigger jawline and everything. And still everybody's favorite trademark long hair that just reaches the floor. I'm not going to draw it entirely because I'm focusing mostly on the head right now, but yeah, I enjoy the long flowing pink hair that reaches the ground and then just pools at his feet. It's really impractical for fights, but I love the imaging. Another thing that I don't really know how to fix, but I just think about sometimes is like his ears, because I like when animators do like the little floppy ear twitch thing and it's adorable, but I also like having like piggy elf ears. So I'm just, because D&D, but I'm like stuck in like this weird in between the two of them. I prefer the floppy ears because the adorable twitch, but like drawing it, I draw like the elf ear kind of pointy ear thing. But again, that's mostly just for like the semi-transformed version, not the entirely beast mode version, because I go full adorable floppy ear on that one. I'm not gonna draw it here, but probably like another speed paint video, I'd probably draw it in there. Okay, now next are the eyes, and like, so I've seen people be like, oh yeah, let's make them red, like blood red because blood for the blood god, and then there's like gold because piglins and gold. But me myself, why don't we have both? Why do I have to choose? Okay, so right now I'm defining the shape of the eye and making the eyelashes really long because it's pretty. At the bottom lashes because fancy. And I'm thinking about making it just like feral eye because like the little slits like cats, because Technoblade. So yeah, so right now I'm not coloring the whites of the eyes black because I also like that, but I mostly save that for the fully beast mode version. But yeah, I also use it in the semi version when I draw it too. It's just like black, like the black eyes are just so cool, and then oh, like especially when it's paired with like a gold over it or a red, because then it just looks so cool and it just fits. But like black goes with a lot of things. All emos can tell you this. Black goes with a lot of things. And in this case, black just goes with gold and red. It just works. But that's besides the point. I'm gonna do like a later edit at the end because I realized I didn't like shade the eyes in here. But yeah, for right now it's in like a like white eyes and like white eye state. Now you must understand that while I was recording the footage for like when I was drawing, I was thinking I was gonna be following like the notes that I was drawing, not the notes that I wrote down after I finished. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of repeating things that you're gonna see. So I drew like the notes like long eyelashes and the gold and the red, and I drew a little piggy nose because it looked cute, and I was like, yay! But we continue on, and next is the hoof hands. So this is just a personal peeve of mine. Like, I get it. Hoof, like it's like technically it's accurate because piglins, like pigs, they have hooves. They have these little hoof things, and they only have like two, and then they have like a little thumb, in the back. But then people draw like two thumbs, like the mini one and the one on his hand, so he can hold a sword. And then for some reason, these thick, weird things, the thick hooves can bend around a sword, and it just confuses me. And I know I shouldn't take it too seriously because this is just cartoon pig and block game. But at the same time, if I'm going to see the fan art, I kind of want to make sense of the fan art in my head, and that's just my problem. I understand. So I'm fixing this for me. This is all just for me. This is self-indulgent. Don't worry about it. But when I was drawing it, I kind of came to an impasse because I drew the hoof hand pretty well, and I was just like, huh. This is kind of fun and easy to draw, and it is kind of interesting in theory. But at the same time, I don't like that you can bend thick hoof things. I don't like that you can bend bone, and it's that thick. So I'm still scrapping the idea. Others can use it. I'm not like pushing anybody off of it. It's just I don't like it because I saw a version one time where they tried to make it like 2 fingers, and it was just off. I don't know. I don't like it. It's just not for me. So here's my version of it. My idea of it is instead of it just being the hoof fingers, it can just be like actual hoof fingers. So like, it's a full hand. It has retractable claws because I think that's cool. And then, but like otherwise, it's just like the bone sticking out like into claws, like into hooves. And it's just soft around the joints. If I had like more time to go into like a deep diagram of it, I probably would have. Because I just wanted to get this out, get my own personal opinion, like in like written form. Because otherwise I never would have made a video. But it's just like, yeah, I just wanted to, like, if I were to do like a deep diagram of it where the circles were around the joints, those are like softer areas of it instead of it just being like a full hoof all the way down. It's just like, yeah, it's like soft in like the joints, and then the rest of it is just straight hoof. But it's just like, so it's like soft hoof, hard hoof, and then it can go into claw, and it's just cool. And to me, that just works because if you draw like baby Technoblade with little claw hands, he has little grubby hands. Imagine that, it's adorable. And yes, I see my note that I put on the screen because I was dying when I was drawing those effing hands because I can't for the life of me draw hands, thus I made them harder for myself. But consider, in all those found family fics, instead of having these grabby hooves, as adorable that it is, Michael, all I'm saying is, I can have grabby hands, and the hands can actually look like they're grabbing something instead of just barely clinging onto it, you know? And it's just, I personally just like that. I don't know. I still like the hooves, but still, this is just for me. Again, it's just for me. So as you can see right now, I'm just, adding where the joints could be, showing how it kind of goes into where like the bone is sticking out, where you would see the bone like imprints in your hand, and like slowly transitioning into like outside bone, into like fingers and the soft places where like the knuckles would bend and everything. And yeah, just an overall satisfying experience for me, just shading in the tusk part and putting it, yeah, I just enjoyed making this hand. I've been thinking about it for a while, like making this video, and I'm glad I'm finally just sitting down and doing it because I had fun. I had fun just drawing hands, even though I'm terrible at it. And like, I can see that I'm doing, I think, a relatively good job. It's just like, I don't have it down to like a science yet, because hands themselves, as they can be broken down into circles, fundamentally, they are a harder circle, and I think in circles, threes, and barely a square. So, yeah, math was hard for me. And yes, I saw my note. I put tusk, like I said earlier, instead of hoof. I saw it. I'm ashamed. I can't spell or think. But once again, I ask your consideration in the fact that letters are letters, and I don't care for them very much. Steadily moving on, I'm moving on to the claw hand now, the clawed version, because I wanted to draw both versions of it. So first was the regular hand from the back, and now we're seeing it in clawed form. Later I'm going to put a note that says clawed option, because I thought I was being smart. No, it's not very cool or scientific to say clawed option, but yeah, I'm going to be quiet for a bit again so we can just vibe with the music, and then we're going to move on to the final bit. So wrapping everything up, I'm just going to organize all the sketches that I made across the length of the video, and then I'm going to like edit a few of them because I noticed like the tusks were at a weird angle, and then I didn't draw like one of the black eyes like I wanted to. So I'm going to do all that towards the end. There's going to be a little black card to show you when I was going to start. And then after I finish doing the little touch-ups and organizing everything across the screen, I'm just going to end the video. So enjoy the music. It's not mine. There's going to be a link in the description. And like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch if you wish. And that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the art, and I'm going to be uploading another speed paint hopefully soon. So, bye-bye.